Okay, I think I'm about ready to start. So, I am going to be playing Golden Sun, the series, all 3 games that have been released so far. Let's go ahead and get started just so everyone knows I'm not forgetting this. I think I'm going to just play with default names, but just so everyone knows, up, down, left, right, up, right, down, left, up, select. That will allow you to, rename all your characters, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them as default for this stream thing going on here. So, the way I got into this game, it's kind of funny. My brother, shortly after I got my Game Boy Advance, I don't even remember when this game came out exactly, in terms of like the timeline of when the game came out and from when the Game Boy Advance came out. I assume it was pretty early on. I'm used to playing this game by just skipping over text, because I've played this game so many times I don't care to reread the story, I guess. So I'm not really doing this for the story, I'm just doing this to play through it. My playthrough of this is going to be kind of quick, I hope. I mean, I'll probably do all the typical extra stuff, but you know, I'm just going to be skipping over the dialogue. So I mean, if you haven't played this game before, you should totally play it. But the story is that I just got woken up by my mom. There's a boulder coming down from the mountain above us, kind of like that one that's blocking my path there. And I'm supposed to go to the plaza to get help for the people. Funny enough, there's actually a set path that you have to take, and if you don't take the set path, those boulders will just get in the way and block you. Right here is, this is Garrett. He's one of the party members that's going to join us. Gotta tell him to just drop his stuff and go. I mean, you can't not have him join you. So up there is the people that we need to head to the plaza. Up there is where the boulder is coming down. Oh, we're gonna see it right now. So anyway, this game world has these magic in this game is called synergy, and a lot of people, this village in particular has a lot of adepts, which are people who can use synergy, and not everyone is an adept, of course, and this village in particular just happens to have a lot of adepts in it. In fact, as we go out farther into the game world, we'll run into people who don't even know what an adept is, or what synergy is. So, this guy's pretty funny. I can talk to him. Tells me the fence broke, monsters are everywhere. He's hurt pretty bad, do I think he'll die? Yeah. I know it, this is it for me. Save yourselves. So I could say, no, he won't die, and he'll just get up and be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. Here's a random battle here. So these first battles actually aren't a random. They are pretty set in stone what's going to happen. Right now my only options really are to just like mash attack. Another battle here as I go up. These I don't like have any spells yet, like synergy right here. I don't have any spells, I don't have any items. Well, I do for healing, and these are my equipment. And I can defend, but that's kind of pointless right now. Ooh, critical hit. That was neat. Got to do that battle in one turn. And here's the third and final of these quote random battles. These just happen automatically here in the very beginning of the game, because you don't want true random battles at the very beginning of the game. You don't want to be able to level up and too much or anything like that. Right here we're going to run into another group of people. That was Jenna. She's another person that's going to join us on our party. That's Felix in the water. We did rename him at the beginning of this, but he is not going to join our party. He's just an important character in this game. He's struggling to survive right now. That it right there, that's my mom. Below her is my dad. And then, of course, the other two people on the right there are Jenna's and Felix's parents. Jenna and Felix are siblings, as Jenna noted earlier by saying my brother. So my introduction to this game was actually, like I was saying, my brother kind of just... He pointed out to me one day that he saw a friend of his kind of playing the game at school. This was a while ago, obviously. He was in high school. I must have just... Maybe I was a freshman myself? No. Maybe? I don't really recall how old I was when this game came out. But it was shortly after the game came out was when I got it. In fact, it was actually kind of hard to find when I went to get it. I had to go, like, to a Toys R Us that was farther away than the closest Toys R Us I could have gone to, because they didn't have it. So it actually was kind of hard to get when it first came out, I guess. And, yeah, so I kind of got this game blind. It was just a recommendation from my brother, because he was like... Because I did like RPGs at the time, you know, I liked playing Final Fantasy games and stuff, and he was like, hey, I saw somebody playing this game at school. It's an RPG, and it's on the Game Boy Advance, which I had just gotten recently, and so he's like, hey, maybe you'd be interested. And I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll go look for it. And so I just tried to find it to buy it, and I bought it. And turns out it's an amazing game. This was back in the day. We only had one Game Boy Advance, and well, no, we might have. I don't know if we had one or two. We might have had two Game Boy Advances, but we only had one copy of this game at the time. My brother and I, we would have to like trade off, you know, playing it, because let me see. Do I need to talk to this again? Yeah. So my synergy just got restored, even though I didn't have any synergy lost. Let's go ahead and go up here. In case you couldn't tell already, I am playing this on an emulator. I do have the actual game, of course, but I think that's the reason why there's having a little bit of slowdown here and there, is because something about the emulator or something is just not right. But the picture does look pretty crisp and clear compared to playing it on the GameCube Game Boy player. Well, that and my capture card for the GameCube is not great. It's like the cheapest thing I could get. So this is a much clearer picture, but of course I'm not using my own save data that I have on my actual game card. So what's happening right now is I brought this guy with help because he has synergy. He was going to be able to help get Felix out of the water, but that boulder those guys were holding up earlier just fell. And this is what's happening. So what's just happened is that boulder just took out Jenna's parents, my dad, and Felix. And yeah, that's that. Garrett's gonna be a bro and come join me. And now I'm going to overhear a conversation of these two strangers. So they talk about they were inside Soul Sanctum, and they seem to have triggered something. What the truth is that they were inside the sanctuary that's at the top of the mountain, and they're thieves. They're trying to steal stuff, and they triggered a trap which caused the storm and that boulder that fell down. Oh, I just told him I just admitted to eavesdropping on them. Not that it matters. There's a bunch of yes/no questions you can answer in this game as you have conversations, sort of, to keep you engaged a little bit. But most of them don't contribute to anything. Some of them do. There are a few that do. I'm just going to have to lose this battle because it's a story battle. I am supposed to lose this battle. There's no way to win. In fact, if you use a cheat device and win the battle by making yourself invincible, this cutscene will still play out same as it does right now. No one in chat yet. I did sort of only announce this on the Facebook page. I guess my main audience would probably be on YouTube, but I'm just doing this right now, spur of the moment, because I kind of wanted to. I mean, Golden Sun is a great series. Anyone who's played these games know that they're pretty good, and we do need a fourth game at least, because the story is hanging. The first two games kind of have a complete story with a little bit of extra at the end that could lead to a new game. In fact, I wanted it to lead to a new game, and we got a third game on the DS, but it's kind of different, and it leaves on a heavy cliffhanger. So we really need a fourth game to sort of close things out. So anyway, anyone who's watching this, raise the awareness of Golden Sun. Hopefully we can show its popularity and get another game out. I mean, it's made by Nintendo and Camelot, so I mean, they're still making games, both of them. Camelot still makes games for Nintendo too, so definitely could get a new game out there. So this game is a bit talk heavy. In fact, as they talk, there's like that little sort of screech noise that goes on as letters are put out onto the text box. I usually turn that off when I play this. I'm not actually a fan of it, but it's sort of part of the game's style. In fact, I didn't even mess with the options at all yet. Of course, this isn't a review of the game. That will be coming after I complete it. So yeah, right now they're just talking about that night that we just saw. This is in the future, a few years, if you weren't paying attention, like I wasn't. But once the talking, this is probably like, there are a few sections of the game that just have like a bunch of talking. This is one of them, the beginning of the game after the introduction that we just had. So we'll see what happens as soon as we get through all this talking. In fact, I have got a turbo button on this controller. I'm just gonna hold down the talk button and let it play out. Man, once we get started, it's gonna be good. So they're just talking about what happened that day, and she just asked me what I just agreed to was if I thought if I was stronger, I could have made a difference that night. So anyway, what we are on our way to do, the reason Garrett and Jenna are waiting down there for me is because they're going to go with me to go see Creighton, who is a scholar in the area. He's a scholar of synergy and alchemy, which is a power greater than synergy, I guess you could say. So yeah, they want to go see Creighton. We're going to go up to Soul Sanctum at the top of the mountain. It just occurred to me, I guess the village design, I mean, the village is on the side of a mountain, and that's why there's a whole bunch of cliffs. Like there's a cliff up and a cliff down above and below my house here. So I mean, the design of this village is like it's on a hill, like on a mountainside. Bunch of cliffs. Oh. So my mom just got overworked and fell over the back of the house, but didn't fall all the way down. And then Garrett, he jumped over to try to grab her and instead just stuck his foot in one of the holes I just patched. And now we're just gonna stay here and awkwardly talk about it. Oh, he just stepped over in the other spot. So I guess this is sort of showing off the characters a bit. I mean, Isaac isn't having any character development here because, I mean, he's just the blank avatar character in this game. And then Garrett's sort of clumsy. Yeah. So there's that. Strangely enough, you don't. So this is the only game where you play, where Isaac. I guess this is the only game with Isaac as the main character. In the second game, you take on a different role, but Isaac still joins your party, and in that situation, they sort of give Isaac a personality, but, I mean, it's unexpected because in this game, he's silent, and, yeah, he's a silent main character in this game. I don't think I can go this way. I don't know why I'm going this way. Yeah, there's puppies in the way, of course. I can't go that way. They're just trying to railroad me towards a specific entry point to the screen where Kraden lives. I just gotta go up here. And here we go. Because I am oddly enough going to meet up with Satros. I mean, these two people that we met before. Coincidentally. And they're talking about how they maybe want to see Kraden themselves. Oh, and then blue-haired guy, he just noticed. Hey, we're standing over here. And I think they're going to ask us if we're... Yeah, eavesdropping. Heck yeah. So yeah, these two are the main antagonists of the game, actually. Satros and Minardi. In fact, their names are kind of derived from the planets, similar to how Jinn work. So yeah, we haven't even gotten into Jinn. We won't get into Jinn probably at all this stream because they don't appear until after you get through Soul Sanctum. And I'm thinking Soul Sanctum will be the main feature of this stream. Man, I am not liking Kraden, that's his name. I'm not liking Kraden's voice sound effects. And that's why I usually come in the chain settings, turn speech off, message speed fast. Let's go ahead and get things going here. I'll leave the color on default. And we'll go ahead and start saving. There we go. So yeah, now there's no voice talking. And I'm just gonna skip through text even faster now because I turned on the fast text speed. So right here they're just talking about actually they're talking about Satros and Minardi, those two down below that we just passed by. He's like, he saw them out here, or maybe they even talked to him already. I don't even remember. I'm skipping the dialogue, so I don't really care that much. Anyway, yeah, they must have talked to him already because he knows that they talked about Mount Elef as if they had been inside it. And so our excuse to go up to the top and go into Soul Sanctum is to make sure that what they were talking about is true, that they really did go in there, and that the place is still safe or something like that. Because all we were going to do with Kraden today was just like have a lesson on alchemy or something. Whoops. But instead we're going to go up to Soul Sanctum. Unsanctioned, in fact. Because we run to this guy, and he tells us, oh yeah, I was planning on going to Mount Active. Nope. It's a sacred place. You can't just climb without permission, and as soon as he goes around this corner here, I'm just going to sneak by anyway. In fact, if I was tried to do that while he was looking, it wouldn't have let me. So we're going to go ahead. Now we are getting into the first dungeon of the game.